Okay, it's raining today, heavy rain. It's like about 10 or 11 Celsius, so it's not that warm. Yesterday it was pretty warm, so anyways, I'm moving these wheels here. I can't do them right now because I'm behind the time a bit and it's raining pretty hard, so I'll stick them here for now. Look how much water. Look at that. Overnight. Crazy. I'm just going to dump these off. And I'm going to take a few other things here. One scrapyard. Get rid of some stuff. Well, that's pretty clean there anyways, so. I might go to the Asian yard after too, possibly. We'll see. That's exactly what I want to take. On wheels. Couple mortars too. I gotta take up here. Yeah, let's see what else I can put in here. Chair. It's ready to go. Got one little clip here I gotta grab off. Okay, that's clean. Put the plastic here. Kind of look around my yard and decide what I want to take, and then I'll come back and then I'll show you. Rummage around a bit here, last minute things. Okay, I'm taking all this here. I'm taking a few batteries there, small ones, some aluminum there. This is off like ceiling fans and so on, mostly like kind of like pot metal, cast aluminum type things. It's a bike frame there, 4 chairs, and then a bunch of other chairs, 3 of the other chairs. Stainless steel here, and a cast barbecue top. So nothing high end for metals, just one of 3 mortars I got. 3 of those aluminum winding mortars with outer aluminum. I have 3 of those. Okay, that's it. Take this in right now. Dump it off, and then what I'll do is see what my time is and so on. Maybe I can. I'm thinking about taking screw here. Taking the chair dirty. Those other chairs, only the harder ones. I have to look at them how they're bolted together. If they're easy, I'll strip myself. But if they look complicated a bit, I may just dump them. Go to each yard. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I took it all back. Got like something like 87.75 for all that load. Aluminum is still about the same. You know, everything's hovering around 50 cents, under and over kind of thing. Basically, stainless steel, like I say, that's still pretty low. Cast iron and stainless steel is about, or die cast stainless steel is about the same. What else I have there? Oh yeah, the mortars, I got 20 cents for those mortars, so that was actually pretty good. So we're taking out, so I almost got like $9 for those 3 mortars. So it's not too bad. You know, like I say, it only takes you 5 minutes to pop them out or less. It's pretty easy. And you know, you're getting a little bit better value because, you know, the prices of tin is so low now. You know, that's about 15 pounds. So if I'm only getting say 7 cents a pound for tin, you know, almost 3 times my money. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying 3 times. So like I say, it's pretty easy to take off, and then I always take off that the hookup points, and the hookup points has a bunch of brass in there, brass connections and different things in there. So anyways, weather's kind of clearing up a little bit now. It's too bad because it was up early enough. I could have cleaned a bunch of stuff there, but it was raining so hard. I said no, go back to bed. Next week is supposed to be really nice. I think tomorrow on, all next week is supposed to be sun and clouds, so weather's gonna get better. But like I say, just trying to sort my yards out, both yards actually. The other one I was gonna sell, the chair is dirty, but I'm gonna look at it one more time. If I could clean them up in, you know, half an hour or something, an hour, then I'll probably do that. But like I say, the other chairs clean up pretty easy, weren't too bad. Okay, so my brother called me, said there's a cooler, some kind of soda cooler or some kind of cooler commercial he saw, and then he saw a deep freeze, a small one, basically a block over. So I'm going there right now to find it. Okay, stay tuned. Four track. Aluminum. There's a commercial cooler here. I already took out the mortar, not the mortar, but the cooling system. Some took the compressor off it, but I'll deal with this later, I guess. Okay. Get it in. Pretty heavy. Okay, let's go move my bore out. Let's pull the seat up. Like a big heavy fridge. So we got a mortar. The mortar here. I got this. Someone was trying to take the rad out, but they couldn't get it out. So I got it right there, copper rad. Probably like about $8 there. Yeah, about $8 there, I think. Okay, a couple light ballasts here. I always dump stuff here, people. Always get lucky once in a while. Nothing great there. Okay. Got a round mortar here. Basically, it was came with a washing machine timer, and I got also all this came out of that timer. All this brass, except the copper pieces. So there's only a couple copper pieces, but basically all that brass. But I'm just looking at the copper in here. It's got an interesting amount of copper here. Let's see if I can take it off. Maybe let's get a knife or something to cut it. But it looks like an interesting amount of copper there. I'm going to cut around it for now. Probably better ways of doing this, but let's just try. See how much copper we get out of this thing. I'm cutting this just, I don't want to unroll this. Is like hair, basically. It's real thin stuff. There it is. It's amazing how much copper. Just a tiny mortar. I see these mortars all the time. Look at the copper here. I'd say half an ounce for sure. Got a good weight to it. See that? So I mean, I don't know how much time you have on your hands, but like I say, nice little wad of copper. I stripped the other mortar out of that that thing that I was doing earlier, that cooler. I stripped that mortar too. It was a little bit hard to get apart, but I got these. These came off the cooler, aluminum rails. I just want to show you. Most of you guys see these all the time. These are ballasts, and this is for newcomers. You know, new to scrapping and stuff. They see these and they don't really know what it is. They know it's pretty heavy, but what you do is you just squeeze the two sides here. You can squeeze it, and then basically have a lid that covers the ballast. And then, you know, you can take this screw off if you want. This will expose the wires better to get a longer lengths of wire. But a lot of times I just cut it short and leave that if I don't have tools. So now you're taking a ballast that's basically, you're getting like a shred price. Basically shred price if you don't do nothing. What I do here, I just put it all together and I'll cut these off. You get a little bundle of wire here. Do the same thing on the other side. Cut them tight there. See, this is for newcomers, right? I'm constantly getting new subscribers and newcomers. So what you do is you unscrew the ballast here. So you have a ballast. One side fits into a pocket, the other one has a screw. So you have a heavy ballast here, probably about 3 or 4 pounds. So, and usually you get 10 cents a pound on average, right? Depends everywhere you go, it's a little different, but I hear 8 cents American, we get 10 cents Canadian if they take it. Now you're stuck with just plain one. But also, if you don't have a lot of material and you need more scrap things to do, you can break these apart. This is the connection points here. A little bit of brass there. I mean, you're not gonna get rich, but if it's you want to try to save all your brass and try to save everything up. It's a little bit tougher to get out this one, but there it is. So you have a couple of brass on the ends. So you have four pieces like that. Break it near the end here. It should just slide right out. This one broke. This didn't break. So there you have it. We'll add value. For brass plugs. I mean, they add up over time, right? If you're doing dozens of these, that does add up. Then you have the ballast, and then you have a couple balls of wire. See that? So that goes into wire buckets. This can go into your brass fittings. You start saving these up, no time you'll have a lot. See that? That's a thought for you guys, new scrappers coming into this field. Might as well save it because the material, like I say, is better to recycle material than actually throw it in the garbage. So otherwise, what happens? The landfill fills up, and then it takes a lot of energy to produce this material again. It's cheaper to recycle because the material is there already. You know what I'm saying? Versus going from rock ore and then pulverizing and breaking it down and using acids and chemicals. And if you come across a wire like this, see the ground, just go like this. Give you a little yank like that. A clean wire like that. Could be a different grade, this wire. From this small wire to this bigger wire, could be a little bit different grade. Right? Do the same thing. Pull it out. You can strip it if you want. It's up to you guys. So that's it. You can strip dozens and dozens. I advise you not to break these apart unless you know they're not PCB containing, because some have PCB materials. PCBs is chemical like known to cause cancer. It's an oil. The older ones had oil in there. This has no PCBs on there. It should clearly say, if you look on the label here, no PCBs right there. I can tell because I've seen so many of these. I know the styles, which ones it could be a problem. No PCBs, see? Being no PCBs, I know one guy told me he puts it in a freezer, then he smashes apart. He said there's a lot of copper in these things. But I think it's a little bit of time consuming. I mean, they're not that hard to take apart. All you have to do is you could bang it and chisel off this little back cover here, and it kind of separates. But like I say, that's a big chore itself. It's dirty, it's mucky, but If you do it, just make sure it's not any PCBs containing. Clearly is marked on there. The older ones won't say nothing. You have to look into a cross-reference book. It'll tell you which brands had PCBs up to 1 year. Anyways, a little bit of information for the newcomer. You know, not the professional. Professionals already done this, but for the new subscribers and the newcomers to scrapping. Okay, this came out of that big cooler, the stand-up cooler. I just realized here it's aluminum, so I got an added bonus here. So I think I'm still gonna take these noodles off, but ooh, it's tough stuff here. Wow. It's actually pretty tough stuff. It's old school, so it's really tough. Thought I can just, you know, easily just cut it off. No, I'll probably just leave them on then, I guess. I'd say probably 10 pounds. I would say these $10 anyways. $10 bill here. Last time I got a $1.30. $1.30 something a pound for that stuff. So that's awesome. Okay, well, you know, you have to separate certain things, you know, to get the added value, right? A lot of guys think, you know, it's time consuming. Well, it is time consuming, but if you're constantly doing it all the time, you know, it seems to add up. Like, look at this bag. This is like maybe 2 or 3 minutes of work, 5 minutes of work. You got a little bag there. It might only be you know, a couple ounces, but it will eventually add up. And there is silver contacts on those too, by the way, so I would have to go in there and process it a little more. You know, I never used to take you know, things apart that much, but I'm noticing, you know, you got a lot of extra value. I suggest, like any newcomer coming along here, take everything apart, learn about the scrap. You know, learn to see, you know, if you're not too busy, learn to see if it's worth your time. Like, if you're really busy, okay, I can see the point is, you know, but if, you know, if you got nothing to do and you're interested in scrap, just go out your way and take stuff apart. Learn about the items, learn about how things are made. Because, you know, it's the only way you're going to learn, right? And, you know, you could decide after you start scrapping stuff, is it worth it? Is it worth your time, right? Like these ones here, I find these is just a headache to strip. Anybody know a good way of stripping these mortars? It's just a solid steel. So I think it's just a pain. But something like I don't personally strip these because they come off those hard drives and different things, rotary type mortars. I find them a waste of time, to be honest, but someone may have a better view of this to strip it, right? Anybody have any input on that? I like to learn myself, right? It's just a lot of guys don't micro scrap that much. Well, they talk about, you know, do this, do that, but they never show it on video. I try to show everything on video because it's easy to say, okay, you take this off, take that off. Okay, well, let's show us how it's done, right? Like, even, you know, we take the handles off the pots. This is stainless steel. Sometimes aluminum, sometimes stainless steel. This is stainless steel, but it's got a little insert here that has to come off. Just use a wrench. We can get a smaller wrench here. But, you know, it doesn't seem like it very much. But, you know, if you start, you know, taking this and then you're constantly saving materials, the more you save, yeah, sometimes, like I say, like this is such a small thing, it should be in a vise, right? To get it off properly, but just want to show you, like, all you're doing is you're taking one nut out, or it's kind of like a nut and bolt together. That's just, see, now you have pure stainless steel versus being dirty. And this is heavy, 2-3 ounces, right? Okay, like I say, make sure you guys are try to give me a thumbs up if you like the video, because the more exposure I get and more traffic and more, you know, the word gets out on scrapping, and then the analyticals, you know, pick up you know, traffic showing that my channel is a decent channel, and you know, it's entertaining to people, so they advertise my channel more, right? Then I can get more exposure to newcomers and people interested in scrapping and stuff, right? So the only way you can learn is you have to watch guys that have been doing it for years. You know, if you're not really a scrapper, well, but you know, anybody can scrap, right? It's just a matter of learning how to take things apart properly. Some guys, you know, say, well, it's too hard. Nothing's too hard. You have, first of all, get your safety equipment, get your glasses, you know, good set of gloves, you know, hearing protection if required. But, you know, protect yourself first. Feet, eyes, even a hard hat, depends if you're in an old building or what you're doing. Then get your tools, get your basic tools, get a crescent wrench, get a pair of vice grips, get yourself these cutters are so good. I can't believe these type of cutters. But I also get a good pair of wire cutters like this. This one's bent. I lost the other one. If you're cutting heavier cables, you get a little bit heavier one, right? Have yourself a hammer. Get yourself a really big screwdriver. Get yourself a decent knife. Even a smaller crescent wrench, or yeah, smaller wrench like this, adjustable wrench, so that you can get into smaller, tighter places. Get you know, different type of screwdrivers, so you can pry stuff. You know, don't just go to flea market and buy cheap tools. Buy the older tools. They're better. You can hammer them. They're solid. They're not like today most tools are like garbage. Get yourself a cordless tool system. Get yourself a cut-off grinder. Like, you don't have to have everything right away, but over time you can, right? So what you do is you take your scrap, take a little bit of money, invest in some tools. That's what I do all the time. I noticed on this bolt cutter, I actually took a chunk out of that thing. I'm gonna take it back. This thing is, it looks like a different kind of metal than normal. Usually the metal's more blacker. I think they went real cheap because they're like $16.99. Might even go back today because I buy bolt cutters all the time. Usually what happens is they just you lose a bolt or something, or they kind of don't cut no more too good. But anyways, this one I only used about maybe 4 or 5 times only, like 4 or 5 days on and off, right? So I'm not too impressed with that one. But anyways, like I say, tools of trade, right? Oh, also get yourself a little axe like this, because all you do is, you know, you can use it to split transformers, pound like that. You can, on handles, you can knock things off, inserts and different things. Get yourself a file. File is important because you want to scrape metals. Make sure it's copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel. This will tell you so much. You need some sort of file. This adjustable wrench is pretty good too. A little crowbar like that will work. Also a cutter like this is good. See that cutter? This will cut big cables, like the ones off dryer vents, a stove plug, so on. Get yourself, you can buy bits like that, and get yourself a set of Allen key. Different Allen keys, L keys, or hex keys, or whatever they call them. But there's all sorts of different types. I think some could even be metric or something. I'm not sure, but it seems like some sizes don't fit. But you get yourself a variety pack that has more than one. You know, it's endless, right? You can get, you know, needle nose pliers for different things. It's endless amount of tools you can get, right? Like I've been using these Bosch. I wouldn't recommend this Bosch. No good. They cut a little bit, then they're useless. They're real thin. I told the guy, my supplier, I want really good. It seems like they give me different ones all the time, and they're all crap. Someone said Diablo is the best. It is. I agree. Diablo. Problem is they're like $7 or $8 a blade down here. If I could buy them for around $5, I would buy a whole bunch. Diablo is, like I say, I cut heavy steel beams with that. That's a really good blade. These are useless. They're good for a few cuts. After that, forget it. So anyways, that's a little roundup. And get yourself like a different type of, like a bigger hammer, like maybe like a kind of hammer like that. It has like a bigger, almost like a little mini sledgehammer. You know, these are tools that you need to smash things. You gotta remember, some things you can't unscrew things. Some things you have to grind. You're dealing with scrap. Scrap is stuff that's been in the rain. It's been rusty. It's materials that, like I say, that are, you know, basically thrown out for a reason. It broke down, it got rusty, it sat for years or whatever. So remember, tools of the trade and safety. And also get yourself a safety vest too, because if you're going to scrap yards, a lot of places you have to have a vest and so on. So get yourself a few little basic things to protect yourself. Okay, that's all for my new subscribers and new scrappers in this world. Don't forget to you have to thumbs up if you like my videos, right? And if you're gonna give me comments at least, you know, normal comments. If you don't like my stuff, well, no point, you know, saying that, you know, I'm an idiot or something. I'm just gonna delete you, right? So if you call me an idiot, well, that's fine, but I'm gonna delete the comments, any negative ones that I feel that, you know, are degrading. Like, I'm doing this as a hobby, right? And I'm showing my experiences to everybody around the world, how to do things to save money, to make money. So if it comes down to people, you know, making stupid comments, well, your comments can be deleted. Okay. Just do I forgot to film, but I threw this stupid thing in here really heavy. I thought it'd be light. No, it's an old one and it's really heavy. Anyways, it's in freezer. Okay, I got a lawnmower here. It's working, but the blade is bent. I hit a rock. I saw a bike up the road there, and I knew it looked like kind of like a nice bike. So they were working in the yard, and I told him, "Is that bike garbage?" He says, "No." I said, "Well, you can't leave a bike on the street on the edge there like that." So he told his son not to. So could have been a piece of scrap. You can hear those high voltage lines. Hear it snapping. Let me turn my car off. Hear that zapping? How many volts are up there? Do you know?
500,000.
500,000 volts. You can hear it. It sounds like bacon frying. Okay, close this door here. Hear that, guys? Pretty cool. Okay. Metal, it's on the road. The pass on that stuff. It's really old drywall corner bead. I don't like the looks of it. It looks more like asbestos corner bead. It's not new drywall. It's like it came from an old house. So it's probably going to be asbestos on that. I'm not going to touch it. The other things I have is clean metal, so that's okay. Okay. Got a bunch of metal here. In my yard anyway, so not too far from my yard. This might be cast, that one there. Maybe not. That's steel. Quite a bit of weight.
check around the house. Have more metal.
Any broken electronics too, I take.
Okay.
Any kind of electronics too. So truck around this house. Okay. We'll see what else he has. Let's go look.
Take this, right?
Yeah, I take that, yeah.
Oh, the barbecue.
Yeah, I could come back and take it, yeah.
Okay, barbecue. So I put the. You want to put outdoor or you want to put the.
Where is the barbecue? How big is it? The mortar off that bandsaw that I found. Here's the cord. I already scratched the inside coils. I can see copper, so let's take it apart. Looks like a very old mortar. Okay, 4 screws. Screwdriver. Lots of sawdust on it. Okay. There's a pulley here, but it will come off. Sometimes you get rusted on there. Actually, might not go. Okay, here's the mortar here. Hopefully it's all copper. Yeah, it's copper, good. Okay, copper mortar. Okay, I'm going to show you. I keep saying I'm going to show you guys, but I'll show you this time. Take this off. Change this blade. Okay, what I'm going to do is get my glasses and I'll show you how to process that mortar. Because you can't get it out of this thing because it's stuck in there, so you have to grind this. Okay, so see how it always separated? Might have a little weld support or something on it there, but generally it comes easy. Got a little bit of a weld on there, I guess. It's got a rivet. There it is. There's a little bit of a capacitor here. There it is. And it's very heavy. Should easily have a pound on there. Pound of copper for sure. So you're going to be grinding all around here, and then this will pry out after. Okay. If you watched my video about 4 or 5 days ago, I took these apart. Okay, that's it. Holy, there's actually a wedge hammered in there, so it went like this. Hold the wedge out. Still pretty tight. Okay, this has a couple pieces on the fin. It's almost out. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough one. Anyways, the pulley's creating the issue here. Anyways, the pulley comes off, and then this comes off. Then you have to pound out the little metal grommets and different things in there with a punch. Okay, that's it on that one. Okay, this is where I got that metal earlier. It's a barbecue guy gave me. Gave me a sink also, all stainless steel actually, which is nice. Cut this regulator off right away. Don't cut off now, I might forget later. It's a different one, it's like a two-ended regulator. Okay. Oh, it's heavy, this one. I'm gonna throw one leg on. figures. Almost fits. Just when I clean my van. Okay, I'm gonna have to move these tools up. Figured to clean my van a bit. It's getting a little bit mucky, so. Okay. Let's see if I can get this off here. Too late. I can't believe such a small little thing so heavy. I think it's the coals that make it heavy. Yep. Okay. I'll dump this off right away. Yeah, it's the coals. Okay, there's a toaster on the ground here. You're not gonna believe it. I found a toaster about 10 minutes ago. I never filmed it. How's that possible? How's that possible? 2 red toasters. Didn't I say everything comes in 2s? And no cord. Same. Exactly same, no cord. Same name, same color. Unbelievable. That's scrap life for you. Just found a stove. It's nothing for so long. I was hoping for a stove. Okay. Okay. It's bizarre. I've never seen that. I've never seen one toast like that, and I find 2 in one day. Especially that name and color. Okay. Well, if I find something else big like that, I'm hoping. Bike set road. Looks like a bit of a junker. I almost think I saw a hot water tank up there, but it's kind of like in the corner of my eye, so that's why I looped around. Okay, let me check. Step by. So the tap here caught my eye. Well, it's a heavy one. Well, solid brass. Yeah, might as well throw this in too. The brass is probably about pretty close to $5 just in scrap. That tap alone, which is pretty good. It's pretty dry, man, I'll tell you. It's been hunted pretty hard here, Surrey. I don't like doing Surrey, too many people, too much competition. But anyways. We'll keep continuing up here. There's 2 up there. There's a lamp. This might be aluminum. Yeah, aluminum partly. And we're stripping apart. Let's take that TV set. Just a pain. And pass outlets. This golf carrier. It's aluminum, partly. I can sell it for dirty. It's here, but it's partly taken apart and heavy. That's what I'm looking for. Whew. Oh, there's nice mortar here. Look at that. Some mortars I like. Copper, look at that. Nice though. Okay. Yeah, it's copper. Okay, that's it. It's heavy, that one. One more here. I'll put it aside. Totally falling apart, look at that. Unbelievable. Okay, what else is there? Cord here. Okay, a workbench or something. Wonder if it's nailed on. Well, it's nailed to this thing. I don't want this whole thing. That's why it's sitting there. See if I can pry it off. Not so bad. Less garbage. Okay, this might be it for driving around. It's getting late. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, share, like. All comments welcome. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.